Hi everyone, welcome back to the Law of Sines. We're going to do a few more word problem examples. I like to do a couple of these because, I don't know, the more you see, the more relaxed you will feel, I hope, with this material. I do have one more video after this one, so be warned. This one will have two examples, and that next video will have one more in-depth video. But we have here this example here, and I wrote them out ahead of time. A loading ramp that is 10 feet long makes an angle with the horizontal. So I'm going to kind of draw a picture. So some sort of ramp that's going up. This happens to be 10 feet, and it makes an 18-degree angle. It's going to be replaced with one that makes a 12-degree angle. So if I moved it closer, you would notice that it's going to get larger. So this thing is going to be actually longer. I'll try to draw this here. And we'll have that 12 degrees sitting there. And we want to know how long the new ramp is. So here's where my unknown portion is. All right, and we are working with the law of sines, although this one could be done without it, because we could have found this side here using a trig function and then using the larger triangle as well, assuming that this goes straight up and down, which I could force it to do. But I'm going to use the law of sines, so there are more ways to calculate these problems on a test or homework. You know, you find the way that works best for you. But I want to practice using that law of sines. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find this angle in here. So I'm going to be taking that 180 degrees flat minus the 18 degrees. And we'll get that to be 162 degrees. So there's my 162 degrees. And now this is set up for the law of sines, because I have this angle here with its opposite side. I have this angle here with the opposite side. So I can find my law of sines. So the sine of 12 degrees over the 10 is the sine of 162 degrees over my x. Cross multiplying, 10 sine of 162. Put my little degree symbols in there. Whoops, sorry. And then dividing and then going to the calculator. Well, this one didn't take me very long at all to do. I feel pretty impressed this morning. Divided by the sine of 12. And I see that this is about 14.86, and that would be in feet. All right, so that's how long, and notice it is longer, which makes sense to our problem. Okay, let's do another one, and again, I did write this out to save time. We're going to find the height of a bridge. All right, so so we have this bridge, and this happens to be one of the highest bridges out there in the world. I took it's over the Royal Gorge, which is in the Arkansas River in Colorado. I've never been there, but this bridge is 880 feet long. That's in the problem. And two people, both one on each side, took sightings to a rock. So there's something down here in the water. And the sightings they found, this was 69.2 degrees, and this was 65.5 degrees. Now the one thing to note is since these two angles are not the same, this does not split it into two equal triangles. So so we're going to have to do a little bit more work. And what I would like to do is find one of these two sides, because then I can set up a right triangle. Because this is a right triangle, it just doesn't happen that this is 440 and 440. If that were the case, this would be easy. But I need to do a little bit of work, so I need to find one of these two sides. And in order to do that, I need this angle down here. So I'm going to call that angle A. So A is that 180 degrees that we have in a complete triangle. subtracting off the 69.2 and the 65.5. So 180 minus the 69.2 minus the 65.5. And I come up with 45.3. degrees. And now I can set up law of sines to find one side or the other. It really does not matter. I'm just going to find this one. We will call this guy, I don't know, little b. So here's my capital B. This will be my little a. So I know that the sine of 45.3, which is my a down here, over that 880, the total length there is going to be the same as the sine of 69.2 over this b. Cross multiplying. You guys are getting really good at cross multiplying and dividing. Probably could get away without writing all the steps, but in case you skipped the other two videos, you may need to see it. And now I'm going to go to the calculator and I'm going to do that 880 times my sine of 69.2, and I am in degree mode. Do want to make sure you are in degree mode. Divide that by the 45.3 and I find that that's 1157.35. So 1157.35. Okay, and now I'm going to go and work with this triangle here. This one right there. So there's my right angle. This is now my hypotenuse. I need to find that height. So in reference to this, that is my opposite over the adjacent. So the sine of 65.5 is that opposite over this 1157.35. And there are more decimals, which are still in my calculator. So I will just take that decimal piece and multiply it by that sine of 65.5. So times sine 65.5. And I can find that the height is about 1053.14. Oh, 15, sorry. It's 147. And that would be feet. So that's quite a long ways. All right, I am going to stop the video here because the next example is a little bit more detailed. So, oops, didn't get to see the answer. So I do want to stop it and make sure that I have plenty of time in that next video for that last problem that I want to do. I'll see you there.